What's up everybody, I'm TheTank87 and I will be your host today. Today, we're going to create a full game setup that includes standard movement controls along with screen widget creation and a working grab and throw feature in Unreal Engine 5. This is going to be a very easy tutorial to follow, and this can be done in less than a day's time, so you can get creative fast and not be stuck on the basic setup. So without further ado, let's get to it. Alright, so first we need to open the Unreal Engine project browser. As you can see here, we'll select blank project and give your project a random name. Also recommend turning project quality to scalable, as if you get any FPS spikes. And we'll create project. Alright, so now that we're in our project editor, what we need to do is right click the content browser and create our level. Let's name it test level. Now we can open our test level and you can see there's nothing here. We need to add a plane, go to shapes, go into the details panel and reshape it to 50 and 50. And we're going to change the world group to world grid material so that you won't blind yourself. Now we got to click on environment light mixer. If you don't have this, click on the top window and click on environment light mixer and activate everything. Now that we have a nice sky, we need to create a post-processing volume. Go to details and search up unbound and check the box. And this wraps up our level creation. Alright, now let's start creating our player. So right click and create a new folder called blueprints. Another folder called inputs. Open blueprints, create blueprint class, select character, name it BP player. Go to world settings, go to game mode override, click the plus sign, name it BP game mode. Open the drop down, on default pawn class, select BP player. Open up BP player. Let's add a camera. Move it up a little bit. Now let's add a physics handle. Now let's select camera, search up rotation. Check use pawn control rotation. Press compile, go back, go to content, inputs, and let's add an input and input action. Let's name it IA move. Now let's add IA look, and then we can add IA jump. Now we got open IA move and set it to axis 2D. Now we gotta click on IA look and select axis 2D. Now we gotta create an input mapping context, name it IMC default. Open that. Let's add a mappings. Let's add IA move. Search up W key, open it, add a modifier, search up swizzle, add S key, add swizzle, and add negate. Then we're going to add the D key, and then we're going to add the A key, and negate that. Add another mapping, search up I look, open that, search up mouse XY 2D axis, go into it, select negate, open that, uncheck X and Z. Now let's add I jump and search up spacebar and save. Let's go back, go back to blueprints, open BP player, delete these two nodes. On event begin play, cast to player controller. Add get player controller. Now actually, let's get controller and replace get player controller. And turn the return value into object pin. Drag from as player controller and get enhanced input local player subsystem. Get is valid from the top pin, the big one, and plug that into input object. From is valid, get add mapping context. Add mapping context. Plug it in and plug local subsystem into target and select IMC default. This will register our IMC default in our player. Now let's search up iMove, split struct pin, from trigger, drag, add input, add movement input. From world direction, let's drag out get actor right vector and plug the X value into the scale. Let's drag that, add movement input, and from that world direction, get actor forward direction. And then we're going to plug the Y value to the scale value. This will be our WASD input. Now let's search up iLook, split struct pin, from triggered, add controller yaw, and I'm going to add controller pitch. Then we're going to plug X into the yaw and Y into pitch. Next, we're going to add I jump. Drop down from started, search up jump. And from completed, search not jump. Stop jump. That's the correct one. And compile. Now go back to test level. Let's add a player start. Drag that in, press play, and you can see we have a working player with jump and WASD. Alright, now let's add custom physics to our game. Open up and blueprint class, actor component, name it BPC custom physics. Let's open up custom physics. On event begin play, we're going to add get component by class. I'm going to show execution pins, and we're going to connect that to this. I'm going to get owner, make sure target is actor component, return value to self. Let's get primitive. Now let's add a variable, call this target mesh, and let's turn this into a primitive component. Select object reference, set, connect. Now I'm going to do set simulate physics, connect these two, and click check, and compile. Now I can add this to any object. Let's create BP actor, call this BP object. Go in here, let's add a static mesh. Let's add a cube, basic material, back to world grid material. Let's set the size to, actually let's add component, BPC, custom physics. Compile, let's drag this object into your game. Now we run into it, we can push it around. Now let's get a screen widget set up. First, we need to go into user interface and select widget blueprint. Then we gotta select user widget and call it BP screen. Now we can select BP screen and drag in a canvas. Next we can drag in the text and anchor this to bottom middle. Let's call this test and increase the size. Now that we got it compiled, let's go back into BP player, go to event play, break this link, let's add a sequence, connect this up. Then we're going to create widget. Let's select our BP screen. Let's promote this variable and let's call this promote screen. Let's drag out here, add to viewport. Compile, and when we press play, you see that we have this test widget on our screen. Alright, for the final part, let's create a grab and throw logic. So first, we need to create a blueprint class. Get an actor component and name it BPC interactable. Save it. Alright, now let's go into BP player. Let's start with the huge nodes. Let's start by creating a isGrabbing boolean variable. We're also going to search for the E key. We're going to get. Alright, now we got the E key. When we press it, I'm going to do a line trace. We're going to get our camera. We're going to get world location. And then we're going to get road rotation. We get forward vector, and from forward vector we add a multiply. Turn this to a float, set it to 1500. Do an add, connect this. This, I'm gonna put it here, and I'm gonna connect world location to start and this add to the end. I'm gonna ignore self, and at the top part, from released, I'm gonna do a branch. isGrabbing, plug into condition. If it's true, we release the component. The physics handle, and we're going to set its grabbing to null. Afterwards, we drag out branch, get the return value into conditions. I'm going to break hit resolve. I'm going to get hit component into get world location. And we're going to, from the true option, grab component at location with rotation. It's going to come with the physics handle. That's fine. Get this return value into location, get hit component into component. Afterwards, we're going to set isGrabbing to yes. Next up, we're going to do the grab loop. So let's get our event tick. From event tick, we're going to do a branch, and we're going to check isGrabbing. We're going to copy this over. I'm going to set this to 150. From the true node, we're going to get set target location, physics handle, and plug it into new location. Compile, and now when you walk up to an object, you can hold E, let go, and you can swing it around. Now let's create our throw logic. So we're going to get left mouse button. From pressed, we're going to get branch. We're going to check is grabbing. We're going to grab a physics handle. And we're going to get grab component. From there, we're going to set. We're going to promote this to a variable. We're going to object to throw. Name it that. Connect the true down here. Then we're going to do release component. Also physics handle. We're going to connect this to a set is grabbing to none. And we're going to do set collision response to channel. And we're going to get rid of this. We're going to grab the object to throw. I'm going to get that and plug it in. I'm going to set channel to pawn. And I'm going to set this to ignore. Then let's get our camera. Get camera. I'm going to get our forward vector. And we're going to do a multiply. Let's convert this to a float. And let's set this to 1500. Alright, let's do an add impulse. Get this out. Object throw in here. Plug this in here. Plug this in here and check val change. Then we're going to do a delay. And then we're going to do a set collision response to channel. We're going to set it to block and this to pawn. And the target would also be object throw. Then we connect it up. Compile, go back to level. Now you press E and press the left mouse button, it throws. Thank you for watching this video. I certainly hope that this tutorial helps you with your Unreal Engine game design. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share this video with anyone you know who wants to try out game design for themselves. And hopefully this will help them in their next biggest idea. As always, this is your host, TheTank87, checking out.